In a quiet forest far away from cities and cars, there was a very old oak tree named Olwyn. He stood taller than all the trees around him and had watched over the forest for more than 300 years. Birds built nests in his branches, squirrels raced along his limbs, and even the wind liked to whisper stories through his leaves. But Olwyn had a secret. Every night, after the forest had gone to sleep and the stars peeked out, Olwyn stretched his roots, shook his trunk, and walked. No one knew that trees could walk, but Olwyn could. Just one step at a time, slow and quiet. He didn't walk far, just enough to explore the world outside his roots. Sometimes, he'd wander near the river to watch the moon reflect on the water. Other times, he'd tiptoe up a hill to feel the breeze. And sometimes, he'd visit lonely animals to keep them company through the night. One evening, as Olwyn walked by a clearing, he heard soft sobbing. He turned his leaves and saw a small fox cub sitting alone, tears in her eyes. "Why are you crying, little one?" Olwyn asked in his deep, creaky voice. The fox looked up, surprised. "I'm lost," she said. "I followed fireflies too far from my den. Now I don't know how to get home." Olwyn bent his long branches low. "Climb onto my back. I know this forest better than anyone." The fox hesitated, then climbed up carefully. As Olwyn walked, he told stories about the first owl to ever hoot, the raccoon who tried to eat the stars, and the dancing mushrooms that only appear on rainy nights. With each story, the fox giggled and forgot her fear. Finally, after walking gently between streams and under mossy arches, Olwyn stopped. "This is your den," he said softly. The fox gasped. "It is. How did you know?" "I've stood in this forest for centuries," Olwyn said with a wink in his bark. "I never forget a den." The fox nuzzled his trunk. "Thank you, Mr. Tree. Call me Olwyn," he said kindly. As the sun began to rise, Olwyn carefully walked back to his place in the forest and planted his roots deep into the earth. The birds returned to sing, the squirrels played on his branches again, and no one ever suspected that the old oak had walked away for the night. But every evening, Olwyn waited for the forest to fall asleep, ready for his next quiet adventure. And sometimes, just sometimes, if you walk by the forest at night, you might hear the sound of soft footsteps and the creak of a walking tree.